So once you open this one, then click this icon, Jupyter Lab here, launch Jupyter Lab. Alternatively, you can launch Jupyter Notebook, but let's use Jupyter Lab. This is more updated version. So if you click Jupyter Lab, and a new window will open inside your web browser. So I use Chrome. You can use Internet Explorer, that's okay. But if you use Mac, it's better to use either Chrome or Internet Explorer instead of, is it called Safari in Mac? Yeah, that might not work very well. Okay, so this is the window for Jupyter Lab. Are you all on this page? Not the content, but this Jupyter Lab browser. So the browser will look like this. There is a left panel and maybe not this one. The interface will look like this, correct? Okay, can you move on? Yeah, so you downloaded those 3 data files and introduction question IPYNB file. If you use Windows, select all these 4 files and drag these into left panel. Then those 3 data files, and you'll have 1 notebook file here. So you should see these 4 files on your left panel. Then click the file, this notebook file. Then this window will come up. So you are ready to start Python here. Let me briefly introduce Python for those of you who are new to Python. So on your syllabus, I posted these resources for beginners and some tutorials for Jupyter Notebook. This is useful tutorial. Python is one of the most popular software and programming language for statistics and machine learning, and also programming for developers, software engineers. So in recent years, Python gained more and more popularity, and it is by far the most popular machine learning and statistical language. So in social science, probably R is another very good alternative, but overall, including all areas like computer science and data science, Python is gaining more popularity. But R is a very good alternative. So statistics after statistics shows that Python is rising as the most prominent programming language. If you want to pursue a career in this area, data science or marketing analytics, then learning both Python and R and also Tableau will be a very nice preparation. And Python is easier to learn in the beginning than R. Syntax is simpler. And also you can communicate with computer scientists. When you use Python, they are less likely to use R compared to Python. And also another two useful tools for data scientists is learning SQL and also cloud computing to use GPU. So Amazon is the first runner in cloud computing, and Microsoft Azure and Google Cloud are the second and third. And inside the Python, unless you are a programmer majoring in computer science, using Jupyter Lab or Jupyter Notebook is very good alternative. It's user-friendly interface and easier to handle, and you can publish your notebook result, your Python result in a nice format using Markdown. So interest in Jupyter is also rising. Same statistics for Jupyter Notebook. You already have installed Anaconda. Anaconda is a complete package that include the basic Python libraries and packages. So you don't need to install Python software separately. It is included in Anaconda distribution. And also I posted very useful tips for Jupyter Notebook. It's on your PowerPoint slide. You can discuss it later if you have any problem with changing the directory, but let's skip this for now. These are very useful shortcuts inside Jupyter Notebook, like Shift to Enter, then we will go down to the next one, and then XC, ZVD, GV. These are shortcuts for cut, paste, undo, etc. So I will show these shortcuts while we practice actual file. Additional tips. Okay, let's move to the exercise. If time allows, I will briefly introduce Google Collaboratory. This is alternative for using Jupyter Lab or Jupyter Notebook. So you don't need to install anything. This is the web-based interface by Google. Okay, let's go back to the Jupyter Lab interface. So once you posted the files into the left panel, then you can open it here inside the Jupyter Lab. So there are two types of cells. Here, these characters are not part of Python command. These are, if you click it, and these are looks like a text interface. So if you look at the above cell name, if you click it, this is Markdown. And if you select this cell, this is Python command, then it says code. So there are two types of, broadly two types of cells. One is Markdown. This is just to format your publication. So this is text, part of text, but like HTML, you can format these cells. So for example, if you put £1 sign, then the characters will be become larger. If you put £2 sign, then character will be smaller, etc. So this is called Markdown. And if you go to File, then you can see many useful command, including shortcut names. So download, export notebook, and as PDF, or download notebook as IPYNB file. Okay. So